I love all of the greenways throughout Courtney. This one's just at the end of my road with a beautiful creek, trails, and bridges. I want to bring a special church update to let you know how we're going to be functioning as a church and what we anticipate for this fall season coming up. Now, as always, our goal is gospel transformation in all of life, where we want our hearts to be changed by Jesus, not just our hearts, but the society around us. In order to function at this particular culture and this particular time in our history, coming through the pandemic, we've decided that, well, the officials and the authorities, they're the experts and they set out the regulations and we'll follow those. We won't make shortcuts and skimp on them. We won't add to them and put extra burdens on ourselves. We'll allow them to decide the health orders so that we as a church can put all of our energy and focus into gospel transformation in all of life. So what that means for fall is our regular Sunday morning gatherings will be at 9:30. Kids Quest is going to switch to the 9:30 time. That's what we've traditionally done, and we'll move back to once the summer's finished. So families, come on out at 9:30 for our contemporary service, and then at 11 o'clock we'll be having a traditional service with sing a few hymns and have a time in the Word there. Right now, the public health orders say that our worship gatherings are exempt from the mask order and any vaccine cards, and so we can come to church and we can function just as normal. But of course we want to be cautious, and so many people are wearing masks, and that's encouraged. We still have lots of space, we can spread out, and we're not really hugging and shaking hands as much as we used to. And so we're free to function, and yet we're still being cautious in the health end. But we're glad that the government has given us that privilege and that opportunity to be able to function without any restrictions. Now, outside of our regular Sunday morning gatherings, our worship service, we fall under the various health orders, and some of that means now masks indoors. So go downstairs for coffee time, and there'll be masks. We'll be seated at tables as there's not to be mingling going about, and so we're trying to follow the orders as well as we can. Come mid-September, when our government introduces the vaccine card, that may affect some areas of our church. Coffee time outside of our regular worship gatherings. It will not affect our regular Sunday morning worship. And of course, this is a tricky and complex situation. And my heart is that we aren't polarized as a church and divisive, but we continue to rally together around who Jesus is. And I know we have our different opinions. Some back up this idea with their science and others back up their idea, and we hold firmly to our convictions, which is right and good. But as Christians come together with their differences, we come together to love, to serve, and to put others first. And so my heart is that we navigate this whole system, this whole way of being in a way that's honoring to Jesus and unifying us as a body of believers. And so stay tuned on kind of how we're going to do that as things unfold and we get more information. We have our gospel communities, groups that meet in homes around the valley, an important part of the community and the function of our church. We have our kids in our youth ministries, exciting opportunities, and pray that God does a wonderful work through those this fall. There's lots of opportunities for you to be involved, to minister, and to serve. So get a hold of the church office or various people in charge of these various ministries, and we'll make sure to get you connected. September 12th is an important Sunday as we're going to have our kickoff Sunday, and it'll be different. We're not meeting at our church's building. We're going to meet at Camp Selah. Directions, they'll be on the church website. You can always phone and get more information there. We'll have our regular church gathering all together at 11 o'clock, and then we'll follow that with a barbecue, games, tournaments, prizes, wonderful times for the whole church family. So make sure to come on out September 12th. Don't worry about mobility issues. You can drive right on down and get dropped off where we'll be gathering together as a church. As always, go the second mile to love one another, to put others first, to make it a joy for others to be around and part of the community of believers. We look forward to functioning well as a church this fall and anticipate a great harvest. So be in prayer for our church family and know that you matter and that you belong there.